Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing back-to-back what solds for last week. This part will be February 21st through the 24th, Monday through Thursday, and then I'll do another one that was for the weekend. Sales are moving along, you know. What else can I say? I have good days and then I have not so good days. I was lucky that on this one was the Monday holiday, and I had the best day I've had the entire month. So that really helped, get me caught up as far as, I think eBay technically is saying I'm like 18% less than last month. I'm okay with that. It's okay. I am taking a whole lot of offers though, especially if it's my old inventory that's, prior to 2020, I listed a whole lot of low dollar stuff. I mean, $6.95, $7.95. And I probably maybe could raise the price. But if I'm getting offers on them, I'm trying to make this stuff gone. I need the space. We are leaving again Monday to go do another sourcing trip. I like to have backup. And that's why we did the trip in December. I like to have a lot of inventory that needs to be processed so that when things are slow as far as estate sales and yard sales and thrift stores, I can go grab a bag or two. And I've got a lot of those haul type videos that I've kind of stored up, and we're going to be getting the comps done on them so we can release some of them next week because, we'll be traveling and I won't be able to do my what sold for, I think, one of the days. I'm going to be able to get Monday through Thursday of this week done, but I won't be able to finish the weekend, I don't believe. So I'm looking forward. This will probably be our last sourcing trip for a little while because yard sale season is starting up. In fact, I went to a consignment sale last night. I went to one, it was a pre-sale, and I had to pay $10. I had to buy a $10 ticket to get in early. It was crazy busy, hot, but I found some good stuff. And then I realized the other one that I was planning on going to this morning actually had a pre-sale last night, so I paid $5 to get into it, and either they didn't have the participation that they normally have, or they got wiped out even before the pre-sale because there just really wasn't a whole lot there. I did buy a bunch of how to train your dragon figures, but they were all, I pay up when I go to these consignment sales for the convenience of buying a lot at one time, so that most of them were like $5 each, but they'll be fine as far as for resale. So today I thought I was going to be out doing this estate sale this morning, and come to find out I didn't have to, so I've been trying to get more stuff worked on, trying to get some videos ready for next week, and just looking forward to turning everything off again and going from there. So for this video, first I had another viewer sale that I didn't realize was a viewer sale until she left me feedback. So Hannah, thank you very much for buying the Goffa dog. I really appreciate it. It just, y'all make me happy by just showing the love and support that you do for what I'm doing. So thank you very much, Hannah. And I had 3 clothing sales. You guys know how I feel about clothing. During this 4-day period, I'm really going to focus on getting stuff on Plush while we're gone. I think while we're traveling, I'm going to turn on my hotspot and just do some cross listing, do some end and sell similars, and just make use of that time also. And somebody needs to help me figure out how to find the time to bank listings, because I have so much that I could be banking, but I didn't keep up this time with my 40 a day. I still listed a lot. I want to say last month I listed maybe 700 instead of 800, or 740 instead of 800. And I might have done better because I don't always count the clothing when I'm listing them. But this month, we're already 3 days in and I'm nowhere near having done 40 a day. It's okay. But I need to figure out banking. That's my next goal. And cross-listing and Plush and all the other things I want to do. All right, so I think that's all I wanted to talk about. So let's get into some of my sales. I had 2 really good ones this time. Yes. All right, first one though is Carter's Child of Mine Bear. Little tiny 6-inch plush. I took a best offer of $13 for it. This is a dandy rabbit plush. Large, 26 inches. I love to buy the large rabbits, especially when they're in different colors, and especially if they have like the jelly bean stuff on their hands and feet and in their ears, carrots, anything like that. I did sell this for $40. This Martians, I sell Martians all the time. This one was cute, even though it's Nanco, and Nanco is just brand. This was from 1997. It still had its paper tag, and it sold for best offer of $12. This is Kelly Toy. It's a Triceratops, just cute little dinosaur from 2019. It sold for $9. Again, I'm taking offers. I have pennies into a lot of this stuff because I got it at the bins. This is a Gund American Eagle Moose plush. These are cute, but they are heavy, and that kind of stops a lot of times on these sales. These have a little American Eagle backpack usually on them. I find them on occasion. Again, I probably got it at the bins, and I sold it for best offer of $8. This is an Eden Clown plush. It did have wear and some discoloration. Let me see what else I said here. The string around its mouth was loose. It did play Baba Black Sheep, or Robert would say Baba Black Sheep. So, you know, it was working. It just had some condition issues. And I sold it for the $44.95. Elizabeth, I was telling you yesterday about the train that you showed. And I said, oh yeah, there was one that sold. It was mine, and I didn't even recognize my own listing. So, I did sell this Fisher Price Little People train with the Mickey Mouse and the ear boy for, let's see, $29.25. It's funny. Memory, you guys. I did this listing, and it's not been that long ago. And let me tell you, I laughed about this yesterday, but Monday I had to pick up my son from the airport. And when I got home, it was like after 4 o'clock. And I walk in and Robert looks at me and he goes, I've waited all day for you to wish us a happy anniversary. I had forgotten. Busy as I am, I forgot my own anniversary. But he let me off the hook because I was feeling really, I had thought about it like 2 months ago. Oh yeah, my anniversary's coming up. But he looked at me, the man that just makes me smile but drives me nuts, and said, I got a Facebook notification 5 minutes ago that reminded me that it was our anniversary. So yeah. All right, next. This is a Hallmark little teeny tiny 5-inch red monkey. It sold for best offer of $10. This is a Barrington collection frog lovey. You guys know I buy all of these. I bought a ton of loveys last night, and it sold for $26.95. I have a cheat sheet. I always mention this because what it shows on this screen isn't always what it actually sold for. But also, if you're new to my channel, when I say something sold for $26.95, I do not do free shipping, so the buyer also paid shipping. All right, this sweater machine. I bought this past summer. The lady told me it was complete. It was missing the most. It was a sweater machine, one of those put it together and it would knit sweaters for you. It was missing the motorized part that actually made it work. So I parted it out, and I have made a killing. I made more parting it out than I would have ever if the machine had been together. But these were just the clamps that holds something, I guess, on the base. And I've sold almost everything else but two larger pieces. But just these clamps sold for best offer of $10. These are CTC Pasta Express. That's the brand. These are the dies that go in the machine. I pick these up all the time and then I part them out. Ronco has a set, and I know I love to find them, especially if they have the little plastic measuring cup. It's just a little clear plastic measuring cup that goes with that set, and I sell it for like $20. But these were just the pasta dies, and they sold for best offer of $12.50. You can find these all the time around here at the thrift stores. They just have them all bagged and taped up real tight, and I just part it all out. Now this is another viewer purchase. This is from Lori. She has purchased for me before, so thank you very much, Lori. She bought this. Believe it or not, that's not a misspelled word. The brand is called Lot Fancy Toys. It's from 2020. I originally thought it might be IKEA, but it wasn't. And it sold for best offer of $15. This is from the Hybrid online estate sale that I bought a whole bunch of advertising plush in. This was a Claritin baseball toy from 2000. It sold for $8.97. This is from Best Made Toys. Love that brand. It's comparable to like the newer Walmart stuff and Kelly Toy. It's just a really nice quality plush, I feel. This one was from 2018. It's just one of those little rattle ring plush toys, and it sold for $15.25. This Department 56. I bought this at the Habitat Restore. It was, I don't even know if I've showed you guys the video yet. I may have. I paid, it was $16 originally, but it was on like 40 or 50% off. Sold almost immediately. I took a best offer of $22 for it, but they sent me a message, I think yesterday, saying it showed delivered. Uh-oh, forgot to turn my phone off. It's showing delivered, but they're saying they haven't received it. They said they're going to give it a few more days. Obviously, they're probably going to open up a case. I did send them a message that said, please go to your post office and see if they will check the GPS delivery position, because all packages have GPS on them now. I've gone to my post office before and said, you know, was this delivered to the person that it was supposed to? And actually one time they realized it wasn't. It was delivered in a totally different state, I believe. But I haven't heard back from them, so I have a feeling I'm going to get an item not received, which eBay will close it because it is showing delivered. But I feel bad. This is Stackin's Stackable Plush. This is a lion. The manufacturer is Funrise. This one was from 2015. There's little ones and then there's bigger ones. This is one of the larger ones, and it sold for $13.45. This is a little teeny tiny Pooh plush, 4-inch, had the little clip on the back of it, no tag, and it's sold really cool. I think the same day I listed it for $11.66. This is from Hug Fun. Love the brand. This is a reindeer, had long springy legs. It ended up selling for best offer of $18. I have been sending out offers like crazy. Every morning I wake up, there's anywhere from like 30 to 80. At some point before I come downstairs to do packages, I send out all my offers, And a lot of times if I have something listed for 12 and it's been listed a while, I've been sending 10, 9, 8, and people are purchasing them. So, you know, I want that momentum. I need that seed work, as Robert sometimes says, that, you know, get something sold and maybe something else will sell and then something else will sell. So $18 for this one. This is a vintage Animal Fair. Love that brand. Hand puppet plush. I think this was an international sale, and it sold for $22.45. A lot of people would just walk by this at a thrift store because, I mean, it's just got the little googly eyes with the plastic thing in the back. Just a normal hand puppet. Nothing special looking about it except that it was Animal Fair. This is Al from Winnie the Pooh. It's a Mattel bean plush. It sold very quickly, also for $8.96. I've had these listed a while. I think I picked it up like at a church sale or something. These were Easter cookie cutters. I think the brand was Mystic. There were 10 pieces in it. I love to pick up the vintage stuff. A lot of times people probably might not even use this. It'll be for decoration only. But it sold for best offer of $10. This was from the high bid estate sale. Also, this is Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey. His name was Bello Knock. As you can see, it's on the bottom of his shoe. From The Greatest Show on Earth. Large doll, 22 inches. And he sold for best offer of $32. This is just a puffy bear plush. The body was just kind of stuffed, overstuffed type thing. It's from PMI. Not sure what that stands for. There was no other tag with it. And it sold for $12.25. Spark Create Imagine. Love it. That's a Walmart brand. This, I do really well with this series of dogs. This one was the St. Bernard. The Rottweiler one does a lot better. It's just about the coloring of them. They all look basically the same. But this Spark dog sold for $11.66. This is from Carter's. It was another little Jingle Bell rattle plush shaped like a duck, and it sold for best offer of $15. This was a Dakin plush that I think I picked this up at the most recent estate sale that I just did a haul video on. It was from 1983. Pretty sure I paid $1 for it, and it also sold the same day I listed it for $13.45. This was from the high bid auction. Also, it kind of got buried out there, and I was digging through what's left out there from the high bid stuff. It's just cardboard boxes, and this was down in one of them. This is Land O'Lakes wooden crate that I guess cheese used to come in, you know, the Velveeta type cheese. And it was in excellent condition. A lot of them that I saw online was very faded and showed a whole lot of wear. This too sold within the first week of me listing it, and it sold for the $16.50 best offer. This is, somebody asked yesterday about Monsters High and the Ever After dolls. When I find the Monsters High dolls, they're almost always naked, but some of them you can just go ahead and sell individually. This one I wouldn't say is rare or anything, but I didn't have anything else to go with it anyway, so I went ahead and listed her. A lot of times I make listings because I say this, it's easier for me to find something that's already listed and go pull it and end it and put something else with it than it is just to set it aside and wait for something. And that's what I do with these. I only had the one, so I listed her, and she sold for the $7.15. I picked these up at a yard sale earlier last year. These were Anchor Hawking cherries were on there, new in the box. If you notice, I never hardly put new on anything. You know, it's somebody could say, you know, there's a ding in the corner of the box, so it's not new. So I just do used, and then a lot of times I'll either say unused or appears unused. It's just my thing. Everybody's got their own way of doing stuff. I just find it easier to list everything as used, with a few exceptions. But I ended up taking a best offer on these for $30. I want to say I paid like $2 at that yard sale for it. This is Care Bears Cozy Heart Penguin Plush. These are not the vintage ones. These were from the early 2000s by Play Along. I stopped at a thrift store and she had a whole box of just Care Bears. They were $1 each, so I bought them all. And this one sold for best offer of $12. These were from the sourcing trip to St. Louis in December. I had no idea that these were going to be so popular. I already showed you the Mickey with the train and the little Mouseketeer boy that sold for, let me look, $29.25. This was also in that lot that I bought that day. This was the popcorn cart, and it came with Donald Duck and then the little boy with the Donald Duck hat. And this sold for best offer of $35. And Paw Patrol. These are just 4 little figures. I tend to, right now, because I bought a bunch, I had them setting over here on the shelf, and as I would find 3 or 4 of them, I would make small lots. I ended up selling these for $11.66. And then here's my 2 big sales for that week. This first one was from, I bought this at the Habitat Restore thrift store. I paid $2 for it. I want to say just last week it was. I knew it was special. Just knew it. Listed it for $129.95, and I'm pretty sure it sold within the hour. I got a best offer of $100 for it. This is Play School Rub-a-Dubbers. This was Winona the Whale from 2003. The Hustle Couple always says is the lesser known side characters usually sell for more. In this situation, I agree. I just knew that it was something unique. I could not find anything. I think I ended up seeing something on Terapeak, but it was low dollar. And I don't, if there's none, you know, that could just be a fluke. So I just went with my own price, and it sold very quickly. Definitely keep your eyes out for Rub-a-Dubbers, Yo Gabba Gabba, and Wow Wow Wubsy. They seem to all be having a comeback right now on, you know, the sales. I've sold Nanco Wow Wow Wubsy plush for $45. And then this. These are vintage knee hugger monkeys. In here, you can't really tell that they're knee huggers, but you're supposed to put their legs up and clasp their hands around there with the hook and fastener loop stuff. Highly popular. I actually got this off Facebook Marketplace during fourth quarter when they were offering free shipping to everybody. Facebook covered the shipping. And so I went looking, and I did some sourcing on Facebook Marketplace. These were listed as Curious George. They're not Curious George. They look like it, kind of, sort of, but they aren't. These are the knee huggers. I had never had 2 of them at the same time. I find them on occasion. These weren't even in the greatest of condition, but I listed them high, and they sold for $116.96. So that was my big sell, and I paid $19 for them on Facebook, if I haven't said that already. All right, I have 5 Facebook orders to share with you, and then 1 Bonanza. Didn't have anything on Etsy, no more sales on Plush, just the 1. But I've not been listing like I should, and I've definitely not been sharing like I should. I'm going to work on that. And then nothing on Mercari. I did sell something on Mercari today for the first time in a very long time. But these are Fisher-Price Loving Family Dollhouse. These are the flower boxes that fit. I think it's the Twin Time house. And then these are the flowers that go in the flower boxes. And then I think I had one little loose here that's supposed to go in a plant pot, like a planner, but I didn't have it. But these sold for $19. My honey's over here. And I'm almost done. This is Marvin the Martian from 1998. He sold for $12. Christmas still sells in February for this particular one. This is a Bohemia paperweight. This has been listed for a while because I actually have 2 of them. And then out of the blue, it sells on Facebook. They paid $23 for it. I don't know what's happening to my picture here. Okay, this is Scooby-Doo. This had on the bottom bakery crafts. It's kind of like to put on a cake. Deco Pack is also another one that I see a lot of. I just usually put figure and cake topper in these type listings, and it sold for $6. And then, I don't know why it's taking so long to load. This also is Loving Family Dollhouse Christmas items. This was the kitchen set, and they were musical and all of that stuff. They sold for $22. And then my single Bonanza sale was this Polar Bear plush by K&M International, and it sold for $7.95. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, go grab a bite to eat for lunch, and then I'm going to come down here and make the weekend one also. Had one good sale on that one also. All right. Bye.